am in a fall mood. Not foul, fall. Hey everybody, welcome back. I am in a fall mood. Not foul, fall. And I haven't done a tumbler that was a direct related type of tumbler, and by that I mean I want to do a pumpkin today. I'm feeling pumpkin vibes, so that's what we're gonna do. We're using a 20-ounce Modern Curve Duo, D-U-O tumbler that has two different tops, and we're going to paint with acrylic paint. I could spray paint it and then do the other things. I don't want to. I want to do it this way. We're going to use 3 different oranges. We've got Outrageous Orange by Apple Barrel. This is a multi-surface. We're using Pure Orange by Folk Art. And then here's a real blast from the past. This is Georgia Clay by Americana. I don't even think Americana does paint anymore. I don't know. And then for accents, we're going to use this, I believe it's burnt umber. Yep, it's burnt umber. Just a brown that we're going to dry brush on. And then we may throw in a little bit of accent from some Champagne Gold by Deco Art. And I believe we're going to do the top part here with the Christmas green from Apple Barrel. But I'm going to wait and see what it looks like when we get into it. Because I do want to also use some green glitter, and this is Pine, and it's Recollections. So this is from Michael's. It's kind of a medium cut. I'm not crazy about it. It says chunky glitter, but it's really not that chunky, so I'm going to call it a medium. But we'll see if I decide I want to do that with this. I want it to look kind of like a rustic pumpkin. So that all being said, I have shaken up my paints as well as I could. I'm going to do more of a blended painting on it and hope that that works. I've got several different paint brushes here, 3 being makeup brushes. I'm not sure that I'm going to use this one. I don't think I am. But I do have this nice fluffy one, and I have this very fluffy one, and I'm hoping that those are going to give me my better coverage. And these other 2, this is fluffy as well. Not sure if that's going to do for me what I want it to do, but I'm looking for graduated sizes, as you can see. And then, of course, this old ratty chip brush, which are probably the best brushes in the world, only because if you're not looking for perfection, this is going to give you just that, not perfection. But this will be for our dry brush. So I'm going to get my paints together here and hope that I work fast enough to be able to blend them, because it's easier to blend it when it is wet than to go back and try to blend, because that just turns into a, it turns into, you know, that kind of a show. This, I'm not going to put this out. Well, yeah, I am gonna. I was gonna say I won't put it out just yet. It's just the lighter orange. Ooh, I've got a globber in there. Nice. Sweet, nice, wonderful. And I really hope this clay is gonna make it. because I want that to be my shadows. But like I said, this is very old. There's still viability to it. It's just not as it's just not as viable as it needs to be. Just try to get some of that ick out of the way. There we go. Still might be little globbers in there, but we'll move them out as we need to. I'm gonna hold off on these until I get this part done. So I want to start with my orange, or my outrageous orange, I think it is. Okay, now we need to do a blending, and I'm just dipping in my orange over here, not cleaning my brush, and I'm going to check my color over here. I could still use a little more of this lighter orange, and I just want to slightly incorporate that color, kind of skipping of what would be the sections on a pumpkin. I hope you can see it. See, there's the lighter orange, just to give it some visual interest. All right, and then I want to do, I want this, but I don't want it straight on that. So I'm going to mix over here where I had my other mixture, just to get a light amount there. And I want to go in between those other stripes, just to give us a little more visual interest. We will be back as soon as it's dry to do our dry brushing. So stay tuned. We're back, and this is dried, and I do love that I can see the different colorations in our little stripes here, but we're ready to do our dry brush. So I've already put a little bit of the burnt umber onto my paper plate, and this dried overnight, so I just turned it over. I'm going to use the backside. And I've decided I want to use a little bit of the Rich Espresso from Deco Art metallic paint. I think this mixed with the burnt umber might give us some nice striations on our cup. When you're dry brushing, you're just putting a very little bit of the paint onto your paintbrush, and then you're going to dab it off almost to the point of it being completely clean, and then swipe it on to your substrate. I don't have enough paint on here. Guess I took too much off. I didn't have a lot on there to begin with. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. We're still showing a little bit on there. Now, I'm just going to give us a little bit on here. And as you can see, it doesn't deposit very much. I do want to try to keep as much of the up and down for this part as I can. And hopefully you're seeing that. I'm not sure how well it translates onto the camera, but there's a little bit there. And I'd rather go back and have to put more on than to put it on and then realize that it's too much. I change my mind, as I often do, once I get into a project, because I like to see where it's going to go. I am not going to do the green glitter. I've decided against glitter. I have put very, very little on this section of our tumbler, but I feel like it gives a nice little rustic feel to it. And for me, that looks cool. So I'm going to go ahead and epoxy this before I put my vinyl on there, and I'm not going to show you the vinyl until after I have it epoxied. So we'll be back in no time at all with what I do with that. I don't think I'm going to put this metallic champagne gold on here. I like what the espresso has done, and I think that gives it a nice little pop on there. I don't want it to be a lot. This is a rustic pumpkin. So stay tuned. We will be back for the vinyl. We're back with our epoxied tumbler, and I really hope you can see the variance of colors in there. Now, I did, behind the scenes, I did add just a smidge of some copper, because I did want another orange in here. I didn't want it to be one of the matte oranges, so I put a little copper metallic in here. And it wasn't very much. I did it the same way I did our dark espresso. So that just adds to it. I think it just looks really pretty the way it is. But what we're going to do, I have changed my mind regarding the green glitter. And because I want this to be a rustic pumpkin theme, I had this vinyl, this plaid vinyl that I had gotten from the dollar store. And I've never used dollar store vinyl before, but I got this about a month ago. And I hadn't used it because, as you know, I don't use a lot of vinyl. Nothing screams country rustic to me like a black and white plaid. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the really big leaves here because I don't feel there's enough room on here for that. I may use the next size down, but I'm really more interested in the smaller of these and the curlicues. So I'm going to cut this apart on my sheet and then apply it to my cup. To do that for me. And this is, I mean, this really is a simple, whoops, come on off of my transfer tape here. You, no following. Okay, I think I need to desensitize my stickiness. We shall be back when this baby is done and you can see a final reveal. So stay tuned.